Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and the glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Barakathu Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rekah Kudash. Give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to our sincere brothers, pushing this true gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives week in and week out to feed the lost sheep of Israel, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All the praises is given to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Amen, so be true. This is another laughing stock. Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate places. Thus saith the Lord, our power of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Look at this news now. SpaceX Starship rocket explodes minutes after launch. Yeah? Elon Musk is not a happy bunny right now. He's not a happy Easter bunny right now, I'll tell you that.
We're back with the breaking news in the space race and the explosion of the biggest rocket ever moments after it launched just this morning. SpaceX actually hailed this launch as a success because it did make it off the launch pad, even though, as you can see here, the rocket exploded minutes later. Let's bring in NBC's Tom.
You see how they're in the derision? They still call it a success, although it took off, right? But it exploded, but they still call it a success. These people are deluded, man, right? They just want to reach up to heavens. That's what they want to do. Revelation 18 verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she have filled, fill to her double. How much shall have glorified? How much she have glorified herself, and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's the pride, right? They can't just admit defeat. The whole thing, it wasn't success. The landing, the takeoff was a success, but in midair it spun and it exploded. These things don't happen to the chariots of the Lord, right? This is Esau's chariots. This will never ever happen. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord our power, who judgeth her. That judgment is coming soon.
Stello. Tom, what exactly happened here? Why are they considering this a success?
Well, listen, this is, in true rocket science fashion, that's how you learn. NASA has had plenty of rocket failures over the years. SpaceX has had plenty of rocket failures. There you go right there. That's when you started beginning to see some problems. The bottom line is, as you know, SpaceX has had very, very much a lot of success, I mean to say, getting astronauts to the space station. So this is the next stage. This was the most powerful, the biggest rocket ever, and they had a problem with stage separation. It appears not to have separated. It's possible not all the engines were firing. And so with this, the first test ever of this entire integrated stack, something went wrong. Thankfully, nobody was on board this rocket. No satellites on board. This was strictly a test flight to see if it could orbit the Earth in 90 minutes and then come back. And it pretty much broke apart over the Gulf of Mexico. I love the SpaceX language. Listen to this. They say the Starship, that's the name of the rocket ship, Starship experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly before stage separation, right? That's only a rocket scientist would talk like that. It blew up. That's what happened. The whole thing.
Listen, admit defeat, man. Admit defeat. Obadiah 1 verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. No, but that can't happen. No. You try, you're still failing because you cannot pass the bounds, right? There's a borderline. You cannot go over that borderline. You want to reach up to the stars. You want to sit on the same seat as the Heavenly Father. If you had the chance, you'd have tried to take the seat from the Heavenly Father. But this is a laughing stock. This is a laughing matter.
Came apart. The good news is nobody injured on the ground. It all apparently fell into the Gulf of Mexico, and teams are now going to work on trying to recover all of it. And Elon Musk is saying congratulations for a test flight. Didn't go well, but they'll learn from it. They always do, and they hope to try again in a few months. Listen,
I think it cost like 13 million. I saw it somewhere. I think it's 13 million. Let me have a look to see if I find it. I saw something about 13 million. I may be wrong. But all that money, huh? That money. Let me try and look for it while it's playing.
big disappointment, but this is why you run test flights. They are shakedowns. You learn something from it, and you try to figure out what went wrong. This is also not only the biggest, it is the most complicated rocket assembly ever. 33 engines. They've all got to fire perfectly in sync. So, as you would expect, there is very little room for error when you have something like that happening. Now they got to diagnose what happened, try to figure it out, and go back to the drawing board. And there is a little bit more of good news because, we were joking about the fact they congratulated themselves for getting off the pad. That's actually a big thing. You don't want to blow up on the pad because then you take out the pad, right? And they need the pad. They need to come back and use it again. So they'll learn from this in true SpaceX fashion, and they'll try to figure out what happened, what went wrong. And I'm sure that they will probably they have to report back to NASA, by the way, because this is eventually going to carry NASA astronauts onto the moon.
Yeah, people in cargo. And so they got to figure out what went wrong here. Thank you so much, Tom Costello. Okay. The unscheduled disassembly, that is.
I'm trying to look for it here somewhere. Right? Anyway, it's not important, yeah? Oh, and today launched 2.4 billion. What did I say a minute ago? I said something like million, 13 million. Oh, man. 2.4 billion. Huh? You see how much money they have to waste? Oh, let's just try it again. Let's try it again. These are devils, man. Shalom.